Thanks for stopping by. I'd like to share with you the story behind finding flow so you can find flow too and live your best life. I grew up Roman Catholic and went to Catholic schools most of my life. All the intellectual stuff my parents and catechism teachers taught me about God and spirituality provided a good foundation, and I'm grateful for them. But something was always missing. I wanted to experience God directly. I wanted to take what I learned intellectually and integrate it into a real life God with skin relationship with the creator. I want to know what God feels like on the inside, in my heart. I wanted to know that God has my back and I got his, and we're in this thing called life together, like I used to feel when I was a kid. When I was studying to become a spiritual director some 25 years ago, our instructor, Sister Nancy, gave us the assignment to create a rule of life. Today, you could call it a personal mission and statement. She asked us to develop a summary of guiding principles that would steer our life's course. As I pondered, I looked at the spiritual giants we were studying. I noted how each man and woman, St. Benedict, St. Francis, Julian of Norwich, St. Teresa, Jesus, Mother Teresa, and so many others had four common lifestyle practices that shaped their lives. So I created my rule of life around the ancient wisdom of those spiritual masters. The following became my rule of life, the guiding principles for which I seek inner peace, balance, and wholeness. The first one is solitude, taking quiet time each day to connect with yourself and God. The second is spiritual reading, delving into the books and writings of others further along on the spiritual journey to discover the wisdom and guidance that they offer us. The third is community, surrounding ourselves with people who inspire and nudge us to grow. And finally, contemplative action, taking a spiritual gifts inventory to discover your unique talents and gifts, and then using them in ways that are life giving for yourself and others. I call this rule of life finding flow. And I define flow as being one with the divine spirit who opens our hearts, allowing us to experience inner peace, balance, and wholeness. The other thing I discovered along the way was just like going to the gym to work out and strengthen our muscles. To stay in this flow, we need to integrate spiritual practices in our lives to strengthen and stretch our souls. Finding flow offers a smorgasbord of doable spiritual practices that you can integrate into your life. Things like guided meditations, centering prayer, integral prayer, mind, body, spirit exercises, books, and reflections. These practices that I'd like to offer you are the ones I've been discovering over the years from my own teachers. And I've been writing and teaching about them for probably about 20 years to spiritual direction clients, at the workshops I love to do, and to the books I write and the weekly meditations I send out each Monday via email. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't have any magic answers. I'm not going to give you the 10 top secret steps to happiness. I just want to offer you some of the ways that God's been teaching me. I guess you could say I'm a storyteller. That's how I write and teach because I believe all of our stories, yours and mine, are sacred. And when we break them open like a loaf of warm bread and share them with each other, I learn from you and you learn from me, and we figure out this thing called life. I believe if we look at our lives through a spiritual lens, we realize all of this stuff that we experience, although the facts and circumstances might be different, they all contain wisdom nuggets, universal truths that we can pan for like gold and then apply them to and integrate them into our own lives. The first step along the way I'd suggest you do is download the spiritual gifts inventory on the website here. Take it and figure out what makes you come alive. When you download the gifts inventory, you'll also get the weekly reflections that I write an email out each Monday. Those reflections contain stories about how the God of unconditional love is molding you and me and shaping our lives. So I invite you, pull up a chair, have a sit, and let's share our stories about the way God's molding and shaping us. That's my story. What's yours? I'd love to hear from you.